Is the SB Fitness CT400 curved treadmill the right fit for your home gym, or is it a fancy add-on you'll barely use? Who will actually get stronger and burn more calories on this self-generated runner, and who should walk away and stick with a traditional motorized belt? And for the average shopper wondering if the price tag is justified, is there enough day-to-day value to make it worth the investment? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I first started looking at curved, non-motorized treadmills, the biggest hesitation was the learning curve. You can't just hop on and expect the same effortless glide you get from a motor. The belt moves only because your feet push it, which means you have to adjust your stride, cadence, and even your posture. That sounded intimidating, but the reviews I dug through repeatedly mentioned a natural feel once you got the rhythm. It's a bit like learning to ride a bike without training wheels. You'll wobble at first, but the payoff is a more engaged workout that forces you to drive the belt yourself. The first thing I checked was how the CT400 fits into a typical home space. The frame is a solid rectangular box, about the size of a standard treadmill, and it comes with transport wheels and a single handle for moving it around. Setting it up is basically unboxing, attaching the front handle, and leveling the feet. No need for a power outlet, which is a relief if you're in a garage or a spare room without easy access to electricity. I actually rolled it onto a concrete slab in a corner of my home office and it sat level without any extra shims. The lack of a motor also means the unit is quieter than a conventional treadmill. No whine, just the sound of your own footfalls and the soft click of the slats. What makes this model stand out are the 3 resistance levels built into the curved deck. They're not a separate motor. Instead, the deck's curvature changes subtly to create more or less pushback. In practice, level 1 feels like a gentle jog, perfect for warming up or a low-impact walk. Level 2 adds enough resistance to make a 5-minute interval feel like a sprint, and level 3 turns the deck into a demanding hill climb simulation. Because the resistance is passive, you can still hit very high speeds. There's technically no maximum speed, so athletes training for sprints can use it for short, explosive bursts without worrying about hitting a ceiling. I tested a few real-world scenarios. First, a 30-minute HIIT session where I alternate 30 seconds of all-out sprint with 30 seconds of recovery. The digital display updates instantly, showing time, distance, speed, calories, and total miles logged. The quick speed adjustments feel immediate because the belt reacts to my foot placement. There's no lag from a motor spooling up. The second scenario was a steady-state walk for my dad, who's in his early 60s and prefers low-impact cardio. The curved surface actually reduces joint shock compared to a flat motorized belt, thanks to the flexible slats that flex under each footfall. He reported that his knees felt a bit gentler after a 20-minute walk, and he appreciated not having to worry about the treadmill speeding up on its own. But there are trade-offs you need to be aware of. Because the machine is fully manual, you can't set a programmed incline or a preset speed and just step on and let it run. If you're the type who loves to plug in a workout app and let the treadmill do the work, you'll feel the lack of automation right away. The digital display is functional but minimal, just numbers, no built-in workout programs, Bluetooth connectivity, or heart rate integration. That isn't a deal-breaker for a lot of users who prefer to track stats on a phone or smartwatch, but it does mean you'll need an extra device if you want a more integrated experience. Another practical consideration is the belt's durability. The slats are made of a flexible material that does absorb shock, but because they're constantly flexing under your weight, they can wear faster if you're logging high mileage daily. The manufacturer hasn't published a specific lifespan, but the average non-motorized curved treadmill tends to need a slat replacement after roughly 2,000 miles of use. If you're planning to run multiple times a day, that could become a hidden maintenance cost. On the flip side, because there's no motor, you avoid the typical motor burnout issues that plague high-end electric treadmills after a few years of heavy use. Who should buy the CT400? If you're an athlete or a serious fitness enthusiast who wants to improve running form, increase calorie burn, and enjoy the feel of a self-propelled treadmill, this is a solid choice. The resistance levels give you the ability to mimic hill training without a separate incline mechanism, and the instant speed response is perfect for interval work. It also shines for anyone who needs a quieter machine that can be placed anywhere without a power outlet. Think a basement gym, a small apartment, or a backyard shed.